What's good, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel, and please make sure you click the notification bell and make sure you give me a big thumbs up and also leave your comments down below. What's good, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Welcome back to yet another live reaction video. You guessed it. I'm your girl, TMR, and I'll definitely be your host tonight. Y'all, we back for the shenanigans, not even 24 hours later, honey. Shouts out to the 2 Live crew. Child, I see you. By far the best damn chat on YouTube, honey. You better ask somebody about this 2 Live crew. Shouts out to the Bush gang. Hey, Bush Watchers. What it do, Bush Watchers? And most definitely shouts out to the Replay gang. Hey, Replay gang. All right, y'all. Y'all know what we here for. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. Oh, y'all. We thought it was going to be a peaceful Sunday. Y'all, and it's not, okay? Hey, Sippin'. Hey, Shanika. Hey, Mary Blue. Hey, Jessmo Life. Jasmine, Trinice, Monica, Relly Rail, Mary Blue. Yeah, it is a sad situation. Hey, Tamisha. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Latoya. Hey, A. Marie, Whitney, Dream Cake, Latrice. Delightful. I'm so mad at her trying to destroy him. 1 Queen, 3 Kings. S.A. Marie. Did anyone record Gerard's live? You know what? It's so funny that you say that. Let me just quickly just say this. Hello to everyone coming in. I know there's some people that's like, girl, what is going on? Yes, honey. Y'all, Gerard has with love. Hey, sis. Hey, Thrifty Crafty Queen. So, Moonshine. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Live Crew and all else in the building. Okay, y'all, it's a lot. Now, look. Again, y'all, I've been working on MELVIROSE. I told y'all my Shopify was going to be up today, but I got delayed because I had some other stuff I had to do. I had to leave the house to take care of some other business today. And then I had to finish creating some product, getting photos, and be able to get those ready to add to the website as the product description so y'all can see. So MELVIROSE Beauty Shopify will be open. I'm hoping tonight, if not for sure Monday morning, tomorrow morning, it definitely will be up. But in the midst of me doing all that, you guys, again, you know, because I got my phones here, I'm getting DMs, and I first saw a video, hey, Hose of YouTube, shouts out to Hose of YouTube, where she screen recorded Olivia's live earlier, where I guess Olivia went to the police station to pick up the children. You know, Gerard, their weekend was over, and Olivia stated that Gerard assaulted her, okay? And when I was sitting here listening to Olivia, and I'm just sitting up here like, first and foremost, sis, how is that happening and y'all at the police station? Girl, Gerard not trying to go to jail in Florida. He not trying to go to jail anywhere, but he damn sure is not trying to go to jail in a state he don't even live in. Who the hell getting ready to do all that at the damn police station? And then she said that the police saw it, but then they got to look at the tapes. What tapes do the police got to look at if they saw it, sis? If they literally saw Gerard assaulting you, do you think they was gonna let Gerard get in his car and burn the tires? Yeah, no, sis, that's not happening. And all I kept thinking is like, what the hell is this girl talking about? Like, girl, what are you talking? Like, why can't the drop off and pickup be peaceful? Like you keep saying, he has went on with his life. Then allow him to do that, sis. Like, what is the hostility about? Like, I understand you, but at this point, sis, I don't even understand it anymore. Because why keep living in a ball of confusion when you say you're pregnant by a whole nother man? The lies, the lies, the lies. Humble chick, yes. Yes, honey. So y'all, Gerard went live. Him and Nisha. Okay. They was driving the rental car back to the, wherever they picked it up from so they can get on that airport. So they can get to the airport and get on that plane, get their asses back home. Oh, baby. Now, y'all, I'm going to be honest. I caught the last 10 minutes of the live. Okay. So, Liv, yes, I caught the last 10 minutes of the live. And in the live, so last Thursday, Gerard stated in his live that last Thursday he was on the phone with his children, okay, and was letting the children and her as well know that he would be here this past Friday to see the kids, okay? So they end up going to the Tampa Zoo. Well, Olivia hears Gerard obviously telling the kids and her too that he was going to be there this past Friday, to visit with the children. That was on Thursday. On Monday morning, this past Monday, they get a knock at the door. Child, Olivia called CPS on them because she didn't want Nisha coming to Florida with Gerard. So when CPS comes to Gerard's house, knocks on their door, Nisha opens the door and they said Gerard Webb, and she was like, hold on. And they go ahead and question him, took Antonisha in the room and questioned Antonisha, because Olivia stated that Antonisha physically harmed the children, which we all know that's a lie. In the live on IG, because Gerard went live on Instagram. You got the live too? Gerard states that, well, Nisha says, if I hit your children and you know that, then why are you waiting 2 months after they've been gone to call CPS 1 week before we getting ready to come to Florida? So again, they said it was an anonymous tip. But like Gerard said, we obviously know it was Olivia who called, because who the hell know where he living at and who calling CPS on him? Ironically, a week before he getting ready to come see his kids. So let me see. Hold on, you guys. Okay, so we're going to pull up Erica's video. The Eric's, make sure you guys go subscribe to the Eric's channel. We're going to pull up her video because I see she just posted it. Yeah, she's not playing a dangerous game. She wants Gerard to feel the way she feels. She wants Gerard to be miserable because she's miserable. And at this point, it's not even about taking sides. It's like, girl, let that man come visit his kids. So basically, she was mad because Gerard wouldn't let her see what type of car he was in. Gerard said the whole time that when it was the drop off initially, when he came to get the kids from the police station, that Olivia and him, she's arguing with him and she running up behind him. She want to see what car he in. Gerard said he was on the phone with his attorney the whole time. Like the attorney heard Olivia cussing at him, being belligerent. He heard, the attorney heard all that. Gerard said what his attorney said to him was just get in the car and go. Just get in the car and go. So Gerard was like, nah, because I don't want her to see my license plate. I don't want her to, although it's a rental car, but I don't want her to figure out where I'm staying at. Nah. The attorney was like, just get in the car and go. So the attorney heard Olivia belligerent behavior the whole entire time. See, unlike Olivia, Gerard is he's playing with the system the right way. Now, I know a lot of y'all questioning the divorce. Everybody's hollering, get the divorce. Gerard said the divorce is ready. It's ready to go. But because he has that child support case open, from what Gerard states, they can't have 2 cases open at the same time. So the child support case obviously was the case first. So when that case settles, and closes, then the divorce proceeding can go right through. Olivia is something wrong with that lady. To allow your children to take sides, to allow them to pick, when Gerard is not being a bad father. He may have been a bad lover to you, but he's a good father to those kids. Understand that the relationship is over, sis, and yes, he's moving on. Hell, you said you moved. We've seen you move on. We've seen you move on. I'm going to tell y'all where Olivia went wrong. Olivia went wrong when she took her ass back to Texas. And she allowed herself to get deeper into the situation with Gerard. If she would have stayed her ass in Florida in that rent-to-buy house, we probably wouldn't even be sitting here talking about this situation right now. So let's go ahead and pull up the video. Oh, wait a minute. We also going to do a call in because I want to hear what y'all got to say. Because I know y'all got a lot to say. Gerard had damn near 1,200 people in that live.
I ain't think he did the last time. Yeah, I miss him. Let's go. So I get them, and I start walking towards the opposite end because where she parked at, she didn't. No, she parked right behind where I had parked. She didn't know that though. So I get my kid. She's like, "Hey." I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?" I said, "Let's go, y'all. Tell y'all mama bye." She's like, "Nah, where your car at?" I'm like, "What? My car?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't want you to know what I'm driving. I'm not letting you know where my car is." She's like, "Nah, I'm not about to play these motherfucking games. You gonna tell me where your car is?" I was like, "No, bro." So I said, "Come on, y'all, let's go." So I went in the building. I let them go pee. When I came out the restroom, she's standing at the damn front desk with the dude. "I'm not about to play these motherfucking games. You gonna tell me where your car?" Like, she talking out loud. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Man, let's go, y'all." So she grabbed Robin and I grabbed Christian and Ryan. I said, "Let's go." So she was like, "Robin not going." So I said, "Okay." I said, "I don't want to." I walked out. I walked all the way to the end of the parking lot. She get in her car, Robin. She started following me. I was like, "Oh my God, bro, just go. Like, if you got something to do, just go. Like, why are you following me?" So I called my lawyer. I was on the phone with my lawyer for about 20 minutes. My lawyer was like, "Just get in the car and go." I was like, "But I don't want to know what I'm driving because she's going to take pictures of my license plate. This is a rental car. Maybe that license plate is going to have all my information on it. I don't want to know where I'm staying or nothing." So my lawyer's like, "Just get in the car and go." So when I went and got in the car.
Where you got it? Where you got the live at, Portia? Send it to my IG.
She get out the car. She put Robin in my rental car, and she was like, you so fucking disrespectful. Was this hard to do? You motherfucker, you stupid motherfucker." This, I was like, "Man, bro, I gotta go." I'm still on the phone with my lawyer.
You know what? That to me, that's Olivia. That girl, that is embarrassing. Why is you allowing Nisha to see how unhinged you are? Like, girl, you should have played that real copacetic A-OK. You should have walked, when you pulled up to drop those kids off, honey, you should have had on the cutest outfit that you could have had on, your hair done, makeup on, tell the kid, "Okay, y'all, get on out the car, give me a kiss, okay, have a good time, all right, hey, Gerard, what's up?" Throw him the deuces, got in your car, and pull the hell off. That's how you should have played that. All that acting ignorant and out there at the damn police station. Like, girl, what did that prove? Nothing. It didn't prove nothing. That man flew all the way there to see his children. Allow that man to be with his kids. And quit all the shenanigans, allowing those kids to feel some type of way, to be quite honest with you and him. More so you, because you're the one keeping up all the confusion.
So my lawyer heard all this. So she was like, "You so fucking disrespectful, stupid motherfucker." She's like, "Fuck you, bitch." And she slammed the back door. So I just got in, I cranked up the car, and I drove out. But when I left, I didn't want to run the light. So I had to stop at the light. She like 2 cars behind me. And of course, Rob, everybody see it. Christian and Robin, like, "Daddy, look, there go mommy." And what she in the damn front windshield, snapping away. Then she put her phone back on that little thing, whatever she got it on. Now, like, "See, bro, that's what she's saying. You think I'm gonna follow you?" Like, "Yes, I think you're gonna follow me. You already did follow me, but you tried to like you turn. You already come on, man."
Now, she said that she had something to do. Then, sis, why when he went one way, you didn't turn and go the other way? Because I'm pretty sure whichever way Gerard was going is not the way you came. You probably came from the opposite direction. So that's the direction. Why do you want to know where he about to go, what he about to do, what hotel he's staying in? Sis, why do you need to know that? At the end of the day, you have a court order. If he did not return those kids at the time that he was supposed to return the kids, that's when you get the law involved. Sis, let the law do their job.
Like, I don't like that, bro. This child is like, if you busy, you got something to do. Like me, if I say I'm busy, like, come on, I'm gonna get them out. I love y'all. Bye. See y'all later. Get in the car. I feel the deal. See, just like them. When I dropped them off, I brought them to your car. I walked back to my car and I left. I'm not finna see him.
Now, she said Gerard reached in the car, busted all upside the head. And it, since he gonna do all that in front of the police at the police station, if Gerard needed to bust you upside the head, why he didn't do that on Friday? Why Gerard got to bust you upside the head on Sunday? Since when he trying to catch a flight, he ain't got time to be wrestling with you, and he trying to catch a flight to get his ass back home because he got a job to report to. Oh my goodness.
What? No, bro. Like I don't understand. That was Friday. Then,
girl, you got on this camera. I had to stop. I'm sorry, y'all. You got on this camera and told them people that man assaulted you. Lied on that man to make people. And then, y'all, the funny part about it, she put it on the reactors as we was gonna eat this all up. Since, to be quite honest with you, I wasn't even going to react to what she had to say about the pickup of the kids when Gerard dropped the kids off, because I'm listening to Ho's YouTube video and listening to her, and I knew she was lying because she didn't even say, it didn't even make sense. The police saw him assault you, but they said they gotta see the tape. What? Girl, you said the police, the law saw this man assault you, but then they tell you they got to look at the tape. What tape?
come today. Of course, she can't be nowhere on time. I say 3 o'clock. She pulling up when she wants to. I got to flight the kid. I got to return this rental car and catch a flight. But she don't care because I guess everything work on her time, I guess. So,
At this point, Gerard needs a mediator. Obviously, dropping off at the police station still is not enough security for him and her, right? It's still not enough security. At this point, they need a mediator. They need somebody physically there with eyes and ears and a pen and a paper to write down everything that's going on. But again, that's an additional cost because you're going to have to pay for that. That's not free because you got to pay for somebody's time. So again, Gerard still got to come out of his pocket with more money when all Olivia got to do is act like a civilized individual. Act like a woman who has broken up with her soon-to-be ex-husband that she has 3 children with. Instead of her just acting like, okay, you know what? Yeah, we didn't work out. We got these 3 kids. Let me go on and co-parent. Yeah, I don't really, he ain't the best. He's not my best friend. I don't really like him like that. It's going to take a minute for this situation to grow on me. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to make my kids feel some type of way because I feel some type of way. It's like at this point, girl, grow the hell up. That's all I got. Girl, grow up. Grow up. Because why show this behavior to your daughters? So when your daughters grow up and start having kids and get into a relationship, they'll think this is the behavior they're supposed to have because they watch the woman that they look up to carry on with their own dad.
No. She pulled up. Robin in the car, and Tanisha. I said, but when I seen her coming down the road before she got to the line, I said, "Baby, y'all mom, let's go." I did not want her pulling up on my car because she gonna come on here with some BS because she gonna see Tanisha. She gonna try to act tough or lose her mind. But you know, Robin's still over here. Robin, I don't want to talk loud because I don't want my mommy to hear me. Girl, say what you got to say. Say your goodbyes.
Now you got the kids acting like secret squirrel. Now the kids know. You see what I'm saying? The kids are now involved in this. This is adult business. The kids, only thing they should know is, "Ooh, my daddy here. Let me have fun with my daddy." And then, okay, they can't even be sad because their dad is leaving and they don't know when they're gonna see him again because they got to listen to their mama holler and scream and cuss him out all the way back to the house they live in.
Nobody care about that.
Right, Sonya.
When you with your daddy, you with your daddy. Like, I understand. This is, oh my God, man.
And y'all, I can say this from experience because I was in this situation once before. And the first time me and him got into it and I seen how it affected my kids, that was the last time because it made me feel some type of way. I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I got through cussing them out and hooping and hollering and trying to do, just acting a whole fool out there, after everything had happened, y'all, I was feeling like a damn fool because you know what happened? He still ended up taking my kids, getting in the car with his woman, driving all off. And I was standing there looking stupid. And I said to myself then, I will never look stupid again. The next time we had drop off, pick up, baby, I pulled up in the car, got out with a real cute outfit, grabbed my kids, didn't even look at him, let my kids say goodbye, threw them in the car and burnt the tires on his tail. You hear me? I didn't let that man see that I was feeling some type of way that he moved on without me. Although it was hurting me inside, I didn't allow him to witness that because I felt like he was getting glory off of that because he knew. So I didn't let him see that anymore. And then eventually, y'all, it didn't faze me at all anymore.
Had a wonderful weekend, though. What about you, bro? You had a wonderful weekend?
Okay, Marcelino.
And Nisha don't wear tennis shoes, y'all, but she wore tennis shoes at the zoo. Man, that's a big old zoo. They got a water park in there and everything. Little Tampa Zoo. Nah.
Saying that you gotta record everything and that you gotta.
Nah, cause see, she see me record with my phone.
That's just saying that you gotta do stuff like that because she think nobody's gonna ever keep getting on the internet talking about her. No, like this shit's ridiculous. Like you need to grow up.
Like I could be on here for the rest of the night talking about stuff, but I choose.
And Tanisha, right? It is ridiculous that you got to film, record, tiptoe around the girl because you don't know if she gonna fly off the handle. Who wants to do all that every time? It's bad enough the man got to get in his car, drive to the airport, rent a car, drive to the airport, get another rental car. It's bad enough he got to do all that. Then when he get there, he got to fuss and fight and argue and bite and scratch with this woman. Olivia shouldn't even want to be seen out here like that because at this point, it doesn't even, like you can't even feel sorry for her because it's like, girl, calm your ass down. Calm down.
Choose not to do that because
we can go over and talk for days
this
about
is not my
that
life.
CPS case you tried to pull.
Oh,
we can talk about all of that, but don't.
Matter of fact, let's speak on it.
That's stupid.
Okay, so she out. Damn. So after we had court in July, me and my lawyer, we said that we figured our date. So she already knew. She already knew I was coming this Friday. She already know I'm coming all the next time. She know what days I'm coming to get my kids. And she know what she need to do. I know what I need to do. So come last Thursday?
When you was on the phone with your kids,
I was
you
told
them that you were coming into town.
I said tomorrow.
Next Friday. Mm-hmm. This was on a Thursday. You told them you were going to be there next Friday. Mm-hmm. So when you get off the phone, she texts you. That bitch can't be around my kids.
Yeah, I got the text message too.
she's dangerous. The kids are scared of her, and she abused Christian, and she.
This Thursday. This on
Thursday. When she found out he was coming into town Friday, now magically I'm dangerous and I'm abusive.
Then come Friday, CPS is knocking on my door.
So why wasn't that addressed in court? When they went to court, when them kids came back to her at the end of July, why you didn't address those issues? If that's true, why you didn't address that then? Or if you didn't find out till after you got the kids, why didn't you do an addendum to the court order? Why you didn't call CPS 2 months ago, sis? Why you calling? Let's continue.
Oh, and Friday at 12 o'clock, she did an anonymous CPS tip line,
tip
line, and they was knocking on our door Monday.
Yeah.
You did all of this to prevent me from coming to be because you didn't want me around your kids. Yeah. But if you're such a good mother, a great mother, that's what you are. If I abused your kids on the first date, you would have had CPS in my life.
Yeah,
why would you wait?
From June.
Why would you wait?
2 months later.
2 months later to file a CPS case because you thought that was going to prevent me from being around your kids.
Like the
that's
dude
stupid
said.
in this chapter, like CPS
said. She can't hit.
So Gerard can't have someone around their kids, but she can. That don't even make sense. Like, you can have men up around your kids, but he can't go. You went on, but he can't go on. Like, sis, we get that you don't like her, but unfortunately for you, you can't do anything about that. Like, you can't choose Gerard's mate, just like he can't choose. Because I'm pretty sure if Gerard could choose, he wouldn't have chose Zolo for your ass. Okay, so you can't choose who he's with. You don't like her, and that's unfortunate for you, okay? But that ain't Gerard's problem, baby. That's your problem. And it really shouldn't be a problem for you because, again, you can't change. It's like, why make yourself feel some type of way about a situation you can't even freaking control? Like, this is so ghetto. It's just ghetto. And we know it goes on, y'all. This real life for a lot of people. But we watching Liv's life.
He said the worst thing that can happen is they'll tell you don't discipline the kids that way. That's the worst. But Tanisha don't even discipline
them because I know what type of ignorant person she is.
Man, when my kids were for the summer, when my kids would act up, or when they wouldn't listen to Tanisha would call me and FaceTime her, talk to your daddy, or what you do. Tell your daddy what you did. They tell what they did. Don't do.
Nisha know better than put her hands on them. Girl, she know who she dealing with. She know that Robin, Christian, and even the little baby girl are old enough to say, she hit me. You know, but it's like this. Don't even program. It's like now Nisha, it's like Tanisha's in a situation where she can't even raise her voice, right? Like, if they're doing something and she has to raise her voice to get control of the situation, she's at the point now she can't even do that in fear of they're going to run and tell their mama, and then Olivia going to take the story and twist it all up. Like, it's a real, Tanisha, since I take my hat off to you, no disrespect to you, Gerard, sir, no disrespect to you, but you must be over there with a golden ding-a-ling, okay? Because, baby, there is no earthly way. And, there's no, I personally believe Olivia's trying to antagonize that girl to the point Olivia really want Tanisha to put her hands on her so she can throw Tanisha in jail, be running back and forth to court and all that. Like, that's what she really wants to happen, right? But hopefully Tanisha keeps her distance and her composure with Olivia and never let that happen.
Do that, dude. Or don't do that, Robin. Or Ryan, go sit down. I'm about to get off in another hour or two. Just go chill. They go the whole day. It's like towards the end of the day. That's when they, or when they know I'm about to get out. They
right, pretty Nikki, exactly.
But Tanisha don't even discipline her own nieces and nephews.
Like, no, because that's just stupid and it's crazy.
Like she say,
go to those lengths.
Yeah, so Friday at noon, she made an anonymous tip,
CPS tip,
and then they come knocking on my door Monday. Yo, that should.
All I can say is, Gerard, you may not have been nothing ass ninja to Olivia based off what Olivia state, but you better be everything when it comes to Nisha. I wouldn't accept nothing but perfection when it comes to Gerard. Because since you're going through a whole lot to hold this man down, you're going through a whole lot. And sis, I'm going to just say, I don't know you, never have met you, never will meet you. But all I can say is I hope to and pray it's worth it. Okay. I hope everything that you're going through with Gerard and Olivia's situation, I hope Gerard makes it worth your while. I really do. I really do. And Olivia, sis, I'm not even going to say get you some help. Sis, get you some peace. Get some peace in your life, okay? Get you some peace, sis. Because this ain't the way to carry on. And didn't you say you pregnant? Why is you over here hooping and hollering and fussing and fighting and upsetting the baby over there? Oh, my goodness.
He told you Thursday he coming down there next Friday. And so Friday, you call and do a CPS, a fake CPS case. Yeah, but if I abuse your child, supposedly, why you didn't do that the first day? Why would you wait 2 months later to call CPS?
And even the dude, when I was talking to him, he was like,
hold on, y'all. I just noticed this. Tamara has been a 2 Live crew member for 6 months, y'all. Give a thumbs up to Tamara Taplin for being 6 months 2 Live crew, honey. Always showing out and showing up for the people.
Oh, we got to do our job because there's kids involved. I was like, well, I understand. I had just got off work. I was about to take a shower. And they came knocking on my door. And Nisha opened the door. So we thought it was my cousin. And then they didn't come in. So she opened the door again. They was like, oh, yeah, Gerard Webb here. She was like, oh, come in.
Oh, wait a minute, Monica. 15 months. 2 Live crew showing up and showing out for the people. Monica understands, has been a 2 Live crew member for 15 months, honey. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's called support. That's called love. That's called a community. That's called we just get over here and kiki and gossip and going about our damn business. Shouts out to everybody that supports TMR Goddamn Talks. I sure appreciate y'all and love y'all so much. Thank you.
So the lady took Nisha in the room. They talked, and I talked to the dude at the table. And yeah, he told me. I said, when did this happen? When did they make? He said Friday at noon. Anonymous. Well, first of all, we know it's you, Olivia, because they came knocking right at my door. How y'all get my address? They came knocking right at my door. The status for the divorce, once this child custody stuff is handled, the divorce is already there. My lawyer and I already filed it, and it just, I can't have 2 open cases at one time. So, and she know that. I just want her to, when she get the papers, I don't email it to her, let her electronically sign it, so she can't rip up nothing or nothing. Just sign it electronically and send it back. Send it to my lawyer. You ain't got to send none to me. Like I said, my lawyer will send you everything.
Even if she doesn't sign it, Gerard, all you got to do is list it in the local newspaper. Because yeah, she don't have to sign it. It can still go through. Okay, it can still go through. Shout out to Asa being a 2 Live crew member for 10 months. Shanika Owens, 2 Live crew member for 10 months. Baby, that 2 Live crew, honey, by far the best damn chat on YouTube.
I'm saying, you doing all this stuff about trying to file CPS cases and all this other stuff, girl. You need to get your priorities.
No, that's fake. I don't like that. You don't do stuff like that. You go. She goes too
and then
far.
like you. And you got my kid. And first of all, you got Robin.
Sammy.
Don't put my kids in it because Robin wasn't even in the room. Like, oh my God, that's so crazy. You have my baby sitting up here. My baby be so nervous. But Daddy, it's okay, Robin. Just talk. Talk to me. Oh yeah. Then I called one day. And Kristen don't want to talk to me. Kristen is scared to talk to me. Kristen, why are you scared to talk to me? Oh, she put me on mute. She put me on mute to talk to him. Then she get back on. Oh, you scared your daddy gonna cuss? You scared he gonna cuss? Really? You scared to talk to me because I might cuss? No, I told Kristen, dude, you don't never gotta be scared to talk to me. You could talk to me. Remember how you called me and told me you got stung by a bee or your wing? You ain't never gotta be. You tell me anything, dude. You ain't never gotta be scared to talk to me. I'm here to help you through whatever.
Shouts out to Butterfly Kisses. Been a 2 Live crew member for 8 months. Always showing up and showing out for the people.
you scared to talk to me. Then I talked to him 2 days later. What's up, Daddy? How was school today, dude? Oh, school's good. What you learn? You gotta think about it now.
Welcome to the Two Live Crew.
After this, I'm pretty sure she finna go live again. So y'all just go watch this.
Sims World, welcome. Thank you so much for becoming part of the family.
Y'all, I just have to come on here. This is, I gotta get this out of me because I've been holding it in. Like, this is so crazy.
Sammy C said Gerard is a good daddy. And y'all, he is. He is a good dad, okay? I mean, this man is tromping all over the United States. This was even before this situation. When Olivia would get mad and run to California and he would run after her. Like, he's always been about those children. He may not have been the best man he could have been to Olivia, but a lot of that probably had to do with Olivia herself too. I mean, hell, look at what we watching now. This girl got on live camera and lied and said that man put his hands on her at the damn police station. Girl, if that was the case, that man would be sitting in this car as this live went, driving to drop that rental car up. Girl, he would be sitting in the damn whatever city she live in, Clearwater, whatever city she live in, police department, waiting for his court date on Monday. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's not the case. He might have been a horrible man to you, and that's unfortunate that you as a woman didn't stand up for what you needed to stand up for. Like, if you demanded that he treat you respectfully, not cheat on you from what you said he put his hands on you back in the day. Sis, if you didn't set boundaries, stand up for yourself, I mean, sis, that's your fault. That's your fault, unfortunately, that you didn't demand the respect that you felt like you deserved, because although he should have gave it to you, but he didn't. So if you allowed him to keep mistreating you in the ways that you have explained on your YouTube channel, and you accepted it because you married him, then, sis, again, unfortunately, you got to deal with that bag, right? You got to deal with that bag in your hand. But moving forward, see, that's the key here. Moving forward, okay? See, you got to move forward. You can't keep taking sis. You can't do the Tootsie Shuffle over here, okay? You gotta cha-cha, okay? And side, 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 Yes, sis, you can't keep hustling backwards. You got to move forward. And moving forward, what you didn't get from him, and you learned what you don't want to accept as a woman, then you demand it from the next man that you deal with. Now, we know you let the ball drop with Zolo over there, okay? But since you have a chance to be reincarnated, and I'm asking you, sis, to let this go. Allow this man to deal with his children in a peaceful manner. See, he's not, Gerard could be harassing you as a mother. He could be calling CPS, making frivolous calls on you. He could be doing, you know what? Gerard is allowing you to live in peace. He's allowing you to be a mother to your children. Now, there was a situation where he had to intervene this summer because, again, you got on the internet and showed sides of you that you probably should have shown, but you did. Okay, so he did what he felt like he had to do in the best interest of his children. Now, again, she probably felt like he was doing it because of her, and maybe some of it was, but a lot of it was he wants to ensure that his kids have the best upbringing possible that he can give them, okay?
I can't never just talk to my kids without her being right there. Like, I talk to my kids, tell y'all daddy about it. Like, no, I just got on the phone with them. What you mean? She give me a 10-minute limit. I got 10 minutes to talk to them. Oh, what really make her mad? Because every time I talk to my kids, or whenever I talk to them, Ryan be like, Daddy, I want to go with you. Did she say, I want to go with you and Antonisha? And
hey, Risa, ATL. Y'all, Risa been a member for a long time.
She hang up the phone. But, it's really sad. I just need to pray. We're going to pray for her. What that lady say on Friday? We're going to pray for these things. But, I mean, this is so crazy, man.
And even after all the shenanigans, not one time did you hear Gerard say, I'm just going to get my kids. I'm going to fight her for my kids. Not one time did he ever say that. You know what he said? We just going to pray for everybody, okay? He's still allowing those kids to coexist with their mother, okay? He just wants peaceful transition whenever they got to exchange hands of those children, right? Regardless if Antonisha is present or not, he should be able to get peacefulness when it's time to transition hands of those children. Because at the end of the day, it ain't got nothing to do with her, and it has nothing to do with him, because their union has broken. But the bond of those children being able to love their mother and their father equally should always be in the forefront of both Gerard and Olivia's mind. And it appears that it is in Gerard's mind. But Olivia hasn't made it there. She ain't got there yet. And since we praying that you will eventually get there more sooner than later.
But let me get off of this. I've been on here too long already. So, yeah, I just have to come and it's like I keep going, but I'm not going to do that, you know. Like, I'm not going to badmouth her, none of that, man, because there's no need to. It's unnecessary, you know. So, oh, my God.
Miss Moby, it's called a reaction, okay? And I don't know if you're familiar with those, but when you're reacting to a video, you put your commentary with the video. That's why YouTube has a pause button, so you can click the pause button and give your commentary along with the video, okay? Now, I don't know if you too fast or you too slow to understand that, but that's how we work over here. Okay. Now, if you want to watch the video in its entirety with no pauses or breaks, please go over and subscribe to The Erics, ERIC apostrophe S, and you can see the full 11-minute video with no interruptions. Now, if you don't have what do you call this? If you're not subscribed to YouTube, where you don't get the commercials, YouTube ad premium, which TMR does have. If you don't have that, then you probably will be interrupted with a commercial or two. But see, over here, you get ad-free friendly content. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, let's move on. Okay, so there you have it. I did, Marsweeta, it didn't. Oh, hold on, baby. Let me see what's going on. So it's 899 people watching. I'm hoping you guys hit the like button. I really would appreciate it if you all would hit the like button for me. Okay, Marsweeta, I hit it for 90 seconds, sis. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to put a link in the chat. We had 42 minutes, you guys. So I'm going to put a link in if you guys want to come and give your thoughts. We're going to leave the commentary for 2 minutes per person. Okay, I just dropped it in there. Hopefully you guys can catch it. Okay, so I just dropped the link in. If any of you guys want to, I'm not able to pin it, y'all, because the chat's moving way too fast and I can't catch it. Exactly, Monique. Child, I don't know what these people, child, oh my goodness. They know TMR tries to show up and show out for the people. How boring it to watch a reaction video and you don't hear anything from the commentator. Oh my goodness. She has transitioned back to high school. No friends, no life, being bullied, telling lie after lie after lie. When she hits rock bottom, it ain't gonna be pretty. Oh, Carol. She didn't make a payment on the Benz after Gerard came and got the kids. She was trying to ruin his credit and whoa. She was trying to ruin his credit and make him the payments. He told them to go get the car. Oh, really? So she didn't make the payments on the Benz after Gerard came and got the kids. She was trying to ruin his credit. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's horrible. Well, he did the right thing. He went and got it. Okay, y'all, we got a couple people in the background. We're going to add you to the live stream. Now again, if y'all on some BS, TMR will abruptly remove you from the live stream. Okay, is it Blinking Diva? Hello? Blinking Diva? Okay, we're gonna remove you, sis, because I don't know what's going on. Kendra?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, sis, what's going on?
My whole thing is like, for one, I have a kid. I've been through with the baby mama drama type of lies and type of everything. I feel like Liv needs to get her life together. For one, let your kids be with the father and you keep doing what you need to do. And most importantly, it's the kids. It's the kids. It's all about the kids. It don't matter what the hell, excuse me, it doesn't matter what the heck was going on between you and that person. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like you need to go ahead and deal with your kids. I feel so upset because you waited. Listen, sorry to say, but if someone come to me, my kids say, "Oh, mommy, so and so hit me." I'm not waiting those 2 months. You must be out your mind. You put your hands on my kids, and that's not your kids. I'm going straight directly and handle that. But my whole thing is that she need to get her life together and she needs to go ahead and be a bigger person because I'm in that situation as now. I have to be a bigger person. I don't get in between that. But don't lie on me. Don't lie on me and say I'm hitting your kids. And this. Girl, I will push you down under. Don't do, not under in ground, but I'm just saying under and court wise. Don't do that to me.
So let me ask you a question. You said you had a similar situation, correct?
Yes.
And in your situation, was it similar to Gerard and Olivia's, or?
Yes. Okay. I spoke to my baby father, his little thing over there, and I was okay. I'm okay. Come on, y'all meet up, whatever. But don't lie on me. She lies on me. It says things to him that I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even know her number. I don't even know what the heck she looked like. How you want to lie on me and say those things about what I did, and I don't even know you? It's so crazy because she wound up calling my baby the B word. And I'm like, wait a minute, you going way too far. It's no meeting up. It's no nothing. He's with me now, but he still has his priorities to be with you as well, to deal with his son. But now she don't want him to see his son. But now she just wants to sit here and be like, oh my God, so no, nobody want to hear that because you put me under the dirt. Don't do that. I don't know you. You don't know me. Let's talk. Let's sit down and talk. I'm dealing with your kids. You dealing with my kids.
So how are y'all today?
We good today. And I'm so happy that it went that way because I don't want to put pressure on him to be like, yo, babe, don't do that. Don't mess with her. No, I'm encouraging him. Call your son, go see your son, go do what you have to do. I'll fall back, but my child is not going with you because I don't trust her. But that's on a different level.
Do you have kids with him?
Yes, I do.
So he has kids with you. And so when you got with him, he had another baby mama.
Yes.
And yes. Okay, and it was some turmoil there, and now he's with you. But you're saying that he's able to co-parent effectively now with her. Okay.
Yes. Okay. It's all about. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's all about co-parenting. Don't lie because you get so much stuff by lying. You cannot sit here and say somebody hit your child, and you wait 2 months later and say someone hit my child. It's not everybody. All reality. If someone hits your child, they're not supposed to hit your child. You go on that same day and you gonna make things happen. Don't wait 2 months later. Oh my baby, no. Let him chill with let him do what he gotta do. If he got another suffocating other and everything else like that, let him do what he gotta do. As long as nobody put hands, but don't do false statements and say someone hit my kid because someone hit my kid. And I'm alive on YouTube. We're not gonna
wait 2 months, honey. We coming.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let me let Markia speak.
Okay.
Go ahead, Markia.
Okay. I'm just wanting to let y'all know that for the bitches in the back, as she always says, the car is a 2008 Ford Expedition with duct tape holding up the side mirror.
What?
And she was, you missed that part, Tasha. You didn't put that, the first part of the video when he was talking, he said that. And also 73 days late payments on the Benz. And they called him and he said, repo it. And they repoed it. And she still hasn't taken the stuff out of the car. So from June was the last time they got a payment for that Benz. So all these people, her supporters, are talking about how reactors and the people in your lives, Tasha, we putting her down. No, we being realistic. Tasha, Liv is a born liar. If Liv tells me the sky is blue, it is green and purple outside. Do not listen to anything that lady says.
But that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that you can't. You know, she's an influencer. So it's unfortunate that she can't tell a story that women can relate to. What woman can't relate to an end of a relationship? Kids are involved. There's a lot of women that can relate to that. But to me, it's the childish antics and the behavior that she puts on it that you don't relate to. It's like, sis, be a grown woman about it.
She will never be a grown woman, Tasha, because again, she hates Gerard and Nisha more than she loves her kids. So there will never be an adult situation between her and him. She is very upset and bitter. And you know what? I understand she's hurt and women get hurt, but your kids mean more than anything in the world. And if you're endangering their lives and lying on their father to put him in jail as a black male, what does that say about you? You don't care about your kids.
Because one thing is he can't pay child support if he's sitting in the penitentiary. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. And then you got Jazz in her comments yesterday talking about you need to record everything. I'm like, these women are all crazy. Like something is wrong with these females on these YouTube streets. Because I'm like, you don't know what's going on. Tasha, we know Liv is a born liar. She always lies. Like there's nothing she's been truthful about. And she'd be like, this is like the bitches in the back. And I'm like, 73 days late on a 2010 Benz. And then you went and got a 2008 Ford Expedition. That's why she didn't show the video. She didn't show the car because she knows she looked crazy.
Probably with 100,000 plus miles. Oh my goodness. Okay,
and
Brandy, hold on for one moment.
Bye, ladies.
Carol, bye, baby. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Carol, your device was not connected, so try to come back in. Brandy, go ahead, sis.
Can you hear me?
Yes, baby. What's going on?
I just believe Liv has mental problems. I think all of this is happening because she seriously needs help. Like not jokingly, like serious. Something is up with her because she makes nothing. She makes something out of nothing all the time with him. You know what I mean? And I think she's always had problems, and it's just coming out now. You know what I mean? It's coming out with the kids, and I just think she really has like serious issues. And I just want to put that out there. I think it's something more, and you know what I mean? At first I just thought it was a game, like she says, for entertainment, for YouTube. But no, something is really wrong with that lady. You know, and
do you think that she can get better? And if so, what do you think should happen or could happen for her?
I don't know. Maybe it's like her childhood stuff that never got settled. You know what I mean? Like they say, her mother stays with her. And then maybe that's a reason of why her mother stays with her, because they know something, her mother knows something's not right with her. You know what I mean? Like, it's just odd how she just does. Like, why won't she just let him be a father to the kids? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the big deal? Like, I think she's
especially knowing that she had, again, this is what she said, especially with her saying she had father issues and how she missed growing up with her father. Then why make it such a tumultuous situation for your children? Like, you should want more for your children.
Right. And I think she's always been a little jealous of the love he has for his kids in a way, like just weirdly. I don't know. To me, it just seems like I think, because I remember I used to watch her back when she lived with him in the other apartment, like when she first got on, and she was actually thankful for the things that people used to send her. Back when she used to lay on the couch and not take the kids to school, and he used to come home and say, what you've been doing all day. I remember her from way back then. Mm-hmm. And she used to actually be decent. You know what I mean? And when I first started watching her, back when she tried to get the job at Subway and all that other stuff going on, when she was just had the last baby, I used to start, I was watching her. And I was thinking then, like, he used to come home all the time and she didn't have nothing cooked. He'd get up, he'd go, come home from work, and me and there cooking stuff. You know what I mean? And it was just like, she really never been about that. She used to always take the kids to school late. She was always taking the kids to school late. When Robin was even in, like, I watched her from Ben. And she always was taking the kids. She's always been like a deadbeat, like a low key deadbeat
Oh
thing.
Lord. Okay. See,
If you
I
really
started watching her when they were in the apartment that she was in when she left and moved to Texas.
No,
That's
I've been
when I
watching her
started
since they
watching.
had the apartment back in Texas. She's had her YouTube for a while. Back in Texas, when they first started, it was him and her, and the baby was a baby. And because it was interesting to watch. This is way back. I stopped watching her after a while, but from way back. And even when he used to always, as soon as he come home from work, he grabbed the little one, the baby. And he'd be, playing with her. And I'm just like, you could just tell just in comments, because she'd be on YouTube doing whatever. And you could tell half the time she wasn't doing what she's supposed to do. And you go with, like, she'd film going in the kitchen. The kitchen's a mess. Trash is overdone. He'd come in, but you see him putting trash away. It's just, little things that you see. And I'm like, she been slubbing since back then. You could just tell. And he used to be like, oh, you just little things you see. Like, he'd be like, oh, did you give him a bath? He'd be in there giving him a bath when he came home from work. I'm like, what has she done all day long? And it's just, she's always been the type. And it just progressively, I think she, as she got more money and got YouTube, and then I think that's when now she felt like her shit don't stink. And she just got worse and worse. But she's never really been that great of a mom. Honestly, she always used to bring the kids to school late. And then she just stopped altogether bringing them to school.
So you're saying she was lazy. So
she
hold on for one moment.
Been
Brandy.
lazy.
Hold on one moment. So
okay.
UG.
Yes.
Okay, you're there, UG?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Brandy, hold on one moment. Go ahead, UG.
I just want to, TMR, I just wanted to kind of respond to you saying, what would it take for Liv, I guess, could she get, but get better. I'm just want to say she can't get better. A sick person can't make themselves well. Not to get all deep, but in the word, of God, it talks about, the lame man, and it says, do you want to be made whole? And you can't she has to want to be healed. And she's profiting off of her sickness. She's getting money off of YouTube Street. She's getting negative attention, positive attention, affirmations. This is a sick cycle that's not going to stop, because unfortunately, this platform, which didn't mean it's not bad, but it's feeding into what she needs. She needs to be validated. And if that's through men, sex, attention, whatever, that is what she's going to go to. And that's why she will never stop YouTube. That's why she will never get well. It takes accountability, and she doesn't have the ability to have that because she is such a wounded child. And I really would be interested to really talk to her father and really get a good sense of what that relationship really was, because we've only seen the side of what Olivia has explained. But this is a deep-seated thing that a lot of women go through, a lot of women have, and unfortunately this has manifested into her decisions with what we're seeing now with having having this child with this quote unquote Jamaican that's not, you know what I'm saying? So this is a deep-seated thing, and unfortunately this is the perfect storm. She will always be in this, and we will just have to watch it, because the only thing that's going to stop it. Go ahead.
I like how you phrase that. That sums it up. It's a perfect storm. Exactly.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that.
I appreciate your commentary. Thank you so much.
And I just want to say before I go, just to piggyback on that, I believe so. Like, I see it. Like, my mother works in dealing with people with mental disorders and stuff, and she's just one of those kids. Her mother works in a group home. She's one of the kids my mom has seen there before, and I know that just you get negative attention, and it's really sad, because to me she seems like she kind of is a manic depressive that has like chemical imbalance, because you can tell with her she has highs and she has lows. You know what I mean? And when she's low, she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then when she's high, she's like, oh, she feels like she's on top of the world, So I just feel like it's really sad. And her mother just, just really, just tell her mother was neglectful. Her mother.
Well, I'll say this before I let Portia speak. One thing I can say about watching her, it's unfortunate for others that's watching. People have YouTube dreams, right? Or social media dreams. And watching her will allow other people to think, oh, even if my life is a total absolute train wreck, yeah, I can still get on here and just show the absolute worst of myself, and I can get a check and never have to go back to work again. And yeah, that's true, but it's not a good recipe, because I really feel like it's not sustainable. It's not going to be able to be sustainable for a long time, because eventually our iron wears out. All that gets old. It really does.
It does.
Go ahead, Portia.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say really quickly, I know a lot of us are mothers, or we've parented children. And when I look at this, the way that Liv's acting, I hear my grandmother telling me to just keep on. You know, when you're a kid and your parents tell you keep on, that's like a settled threat that you're gonna be in trouble in a minute. And I think that Liv is at that point was like, keep on, especially with Gerard, because he's not a stupid or ignorant man. He's very smart, and he knows that he knows the proper protocols on what he needs to do to keep himself out of trouble. So I'm not sure if you guys caught it when he first went on live, but he did state that he called the police station prior to meeting her to get the kids, and he asked them, where are the cameras? And they told him where the cameras were like angled, which parking spaces. So he specifically parked or stood in a specific space so that Liv couldn't pull anything. So when I say that Liv's on that keep on stage right now, she can keep on, but it's gonna bite her in her butt. And I truly believe that.
Good.
And at this point, it needs to. It needs to, because you know, think about it. This is what their kids can see 10 years from now, 5 years from now, you know, and to see all the turmoil that their mom allowed them to go through with their dad. You know, again, I understand she's hurt that he left her, abandoned her in Florida. But Olivia probably needs to realize, sis, you were a partner in that. Like, you were a part of him leaving. You were a part of his decision making, right? How much of a part she was, yeah, we don't know. Even if she told us, we still wouldn't know if it's true. And that's unfortunate that damn near everything that comes out of her mouth, you have to question it, because she has been proven many times to be very untruthful on this YouTube platform. And it's at this point, it doesn't even make sense. But go ahead, Portia.
And she also stated that the things that she do on her platform is for entertainment purposes only. That came from her mouth and hers only.
Yeah, but why sit up here and say she wants everybody to hate Gerard so much? It's like, sis, we don't really care either way, right? Because to be quite honest with you, our main concern is the kids. We don't care about you or Gerard. We care about the children. That's it, right? That's all we care about.
That's
we don't
true.
really care. Y'all can never get back together, sis. We're not sitting around with candles lighting them, praying that you and him will reunite with each other. You know, but we're praying that the children can grow up. That's for all kids, because you see too many children in dysfunctional households, you know,
Or fatherless.
Or fatherless. Thank you. So you see it too many times, you know. You got a lot of single moms raising whole families. So you got a man, yeah, he did leave you as a single mom. He did. But he left you. He didn't leave those children. That's my thing. He left you, sis. He didn't leave the kids.
I agree.
In my situation, when we broke up, me and my children's father broke up, I was devastated. I was heartbroken. But when I seen that he was still trying to be a part of my kids' life, that was a relief for me. Because in my mind, initially, I thought he left us all. That was my initial thought. He left us because he was no longer in the house. But as time went on, I realized he just left me. He didn't leave the kids because he kept that relationship.
Yes, and I think that's the last thing that Liz has on him is the children. So she's going to play that as long as she can. And I'm sorry about that, cutting you off.
No, just you're fine, Portia. I'm sorry. We have another guest on the line. Is that Tasha?
Yes, I just want to point out what Gerard said in the live on Instagram. He said something that really disturbed me. he said that his kids was very afraid to speak in front of their mother. And then he said, he told his kids, you don't have to be afraid to talk to me. So he said, Daddy, I want to talk to you, but I'm afraid. And when the kids state that to Gerard, Olivia disconnected the phone call. And it's like her kids is very afraid to speak up with their father when their mother is around. And I'm like, how could your kids be afraid to speak to their dad when you are around? Are you threatening them not to speak to their father? Are you
More
telling
than
them
likely,
not to
she
speak
probably
to their
is. You better
father?
not tell him. You better not say no. You bet. Yeah, she probably is, and that's probably what they mean by saying afraid.
Yes. And I just feel like, I just hope and pray that he can get full custody of those kids, because you know them kids don't need to feel that way. They need to be free and happy. Olivia don't take them out nowhere. When she does her live stream, you don't see her outside with the kids. You saw her once in a while going to the pool. Gerard takes the kids to the zoo. He takes the kids to the carnival. He takes the kids places where children would love to go. Olivia don't do that. She really don't do that. And when she goes on, she tells the kids, "Be quiet. Go in the living room. I'm talking. What do you want? Behave. Sit down." It's just not normal. It's not normal upbringing. It's really not.
Well, there's never a cutoff point in her household when it comes to her YouTube job. She's constantly on the clock, and that's not fair to those kids, right?
Yes.
They don't need to always be um, sensationalized on social media. You know,
Yes.
um, I understand that she does YouTube for a living and she vlogs her life, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But there should be a time where she cuts everything off, where she can be a mother to those children, and not have to dismiss them because she's on a live stream. I'm on a live stream. Yeah.
That's
Mm.
right. That's what she says.
Well, Montasha, thank you so much for coming on, sis, and please continue to stay in the chat with us.
I sure will. Thank you.
Thank you, baby. All right, y'all. We have another guest on the line. Hey, Missy.
Hey, how you doing, TMR?
I'm fine, baby. How are you?
I'm just saying, y'all saying that she shouldn't be upset because he want her to be rushed into the stepmama shit. Hell, I ain't ready. Ain't nobody tell me how to get ready. They just want to just tell me, oh, she the stepmama and be okay with that. If he knows that she's not okay with that, why he can't just have a mediator, or they meet at the police station? So if he really wanted peace, he already know what she about. She did the shit the last time. Why he just won't just go ahead and get a mediator for the kid
Because
if it's about the
Olivia
kid?
can't control the narrative. She can't control when he listen to this, Missy. When the first time when Gerard came back in the summer to pick up the children, Zola was in the car with her. He didn't tell her, get that ninja up out of here. He ain't got nothing to do with this. He didn't say anything to Zola.
Right.
So
But
she can't control the narrative. She can't tell him that he can't travel. He has to travel by himself. She can't control that.
she
He's not
can't
trying to
tell him
control
that,
her.
but I could see in the recording that you played that he's taunting her like 99 and boo boo, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. And that's annoying as hell. Everybody can't handle that. He already knows she can't handle that. I'm going through the same thing, so I guess I could see where Olivia coming from, where, oh, I just, it's already some conflict between me, you, and her. So why do you want to keep throwing her up in my face every time you come get these kids? You know what I'm saying?
And I understand that, Missy, but let me say this to you, baby. Being in your shoes and Olivia's shoes, I've been there, right? And it's a hard pill to swallow to see this heifer come sashaying herself up next to my used to be man, right?
Right.
That's a hard pill to swallow,
Right.
right? But guess what, baby? It's a pill that has to be swallowed.
Well, how I swallow it, TMR, because I'm having a hard time dealing with it. I'm telling you, because it just happened all of a sudden, like 1 month, 2 months. I mean, she had a year to figure all this out, how she was going to approach this. I had 2 months, TMR. So I don't know how to deal with it right now. And I'm just not ready for the stepmama shit. It's not happening right here today.
Okay, Missy. So how many kids y'all got together?
3.
How long y'all been together?
10 years.
You still love him?
I do. But his sister hooked him up with some chick, and then like next month.
No. Do you still love him?
Yes, I do.
Do you think he loves you?
I don't think so.
Do you want to try to work it out?
I don't know if it's possible, TMR. It's hard.
But guess what, baby? You got to let it go.
I'm really trying, but I just don't know how to let it go, and it's just
You
so
pray
hard.
on it.
I've been praying, TMR,
And
but
you
I
got to
just
keep
ain't got
praying.
to that point where I'm
You
just
got to keep
allowing
praying.
him to just walk in here with somebody, you know, in my house
Missy,
again.
I know, baby. I know. Trust me, I know. But you got to go through it, baby. What you going to do? Just hold yourself up? You just going to keep feeling this type of way? See, it would be easier if you had somebody, right? Because the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody, right?
Right.
But that ain't your situation right now. But what you do have is obviously for this relationship to end, there was something going on for him to walk away, right? I'm not saying it was your fault, his fault. I don't know. You ain't even got to tell me. But there was something going on, and you know it was, right?
I know.
There was something going on, right?
Right.
But since you got to just deal with sometimes, although 10 years is a long time, right? That's a long time to just walk away from.
Right.
But you got to always remember when things happen, it always happened for a reason. And maybe God removed him for your life to put the right one there, sis. And I know it's hard for you to think, damn, how can I go on with a man that I've been with for a whole decade and got 3 kids with? Like you sitting thinking, like, is this even possible?
Right.
It definitely is, sis. It just takes time. You can't rush.
I'm just trying to work
process.
on not being so bitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let it go, and I just really want to be at peace with everything. And then, you know, at the beginning, I said, you know, sir, I just need some time. You did all this. You showing your ass over there with this chick in my house with your sister and all of this. Just give me a minute to process everything because it just happened too fast, you know, for me.
But since he's not gonna give you that minute,
right?
If he was gonna give you a minute, he never would have do this in your face in the beginning. So he's not going to give you that. So you can't wait on him to give you a minute because he's not going to give you a minute. So you got to figure out how to deal with this without getting his grace. He's not going to give you grace, Missy. Unfortunately, he's just not. Because if he was going to give you grace, he never would have left you.
Right.
So that's what you got. You just got to, like, sis, I'm telling you, like, oh, sis, you taking me back, sis. You taking me back somewhere I don't even want to be at.
It's hard. It's terrible. It's terrible. And if I say, you know, you don't want to give me an explanation for none of my questions, but you want me to answer all your questions. You know what I'm saying? Back at the beginning, when he told me what it was, you know, I had the attitude was, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to move on. And then I had a chance to soak into it. And as I try to pick up the pieces to my life, and I'm like, you really, really just going to abandon me like that? You going to abandon me like that? And then you just going to do it this way? It's not even what you did. It's how you did it.
It's how you did it. So let me ask you, since y'all been, when the first time y'all got apart, have y'all, because you said you tried to pick up your life and then you cut that off. Did you allow him to come back in for a minute?
No, the issue was he was like, okay, I want to take the kids for the rest of the summer. I'm like, nah, because him and his sister was playing games like they want to take my kids from me. She telling him, oh, you make more money than her. They take her to ask the court and you can get full custody of your kids. So at the beginning, when me and him talking, the situation was going which way. I said, of course, you can keep the kids for 2 weeks for the summer. But when his sister pulled that bullshit, calling DSS, telling him I'm drugging my kids, I'm having sex with a prostitute, everything I'm not. And mind you, I ain't met his sister but one time in the 10 years she came and got stuck at our house Mother's Day this year. And all this drama just conquered up. He having sex with her friend and they talking about sex and all this extra shit in my house. So I just let him have it. I said, well, you know, I'll be done snapping, went to jail and snap your sister neck. So I'm just going to, you know, go on to my mama house. So I was going to leave the kids. But him and his sister started that bullshit. So I took my kids with me and cut them off and then became a whole nother situation. And now he got the girl in my house. He like, you won't let me see my kids. I said, it's not that I won't let you see your kids. Now I have to wait. You have to wait till we get our shit together so you can get your kids how you supposed to. I make sure I have me a place. I'm gonna make sure we gonna be where we gonna be at. Then you can start the visitation process. But he just wanted to rush. He could come with me and my girlfriend and this and that. This 3 months later, it was like 1 week, 2 week, 3 months. He was just throwing too much at me at one time. So I'm like, hold on.
So where you at now? You left the house that y'all was living in together?
Right. And then the next month, like 3 weeks later, he moved the girl in.
Okay, Missy, this is what I'm gonna tell you, sis. Get yourself together. Right now, you have to allow him to see those kids. As long as you know that they're going to be safe. Like if you trust that they are safe.
I don't trust that he will bring my kids back. That's why I didn't allow him to get my kids.
Okay,
just
so
take my kids off.
Do you have a lawyer?
You got to get the courts involved, sis.
Exactly. And it's just 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I was a home mom with my kids at home, working part-time for the last 7 years. Since the baby, I had preeclampsia with our 7-year-old. I've been a part-time mom with my baby in kindergarten and the other one in the first grade. He know I didn't have money to just slap down on a lawyer like that. And
but you can go get a pro bono lawyer because he deserted the house.
Okay, so wait
a
minute.
You a stay-at-home mom.
That's why I need help with. I've been going around here and there trying to get the help. I got. So what happened was
I your local court.
Go to your local court, so he can't sign the kids.
Who's talking right now?
That's me.
I
said I would have got a restraining order.
Who is me?
Anaya.
Okay, Anaya. And then there's how do you Missy. Is that Asa?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Missy, what state do you live in?
We was living in Georgia. I moved to North Carolina.
Oh Lord, you done to a whole nother state.
Yeah, I left because it was just cheaper in the pandemic and my credit and all of that. So I had to go where I could find the first house that said yes. I moved.
You definitely need to hurry up and go to the courts. Because
you turn your camera off, Missy. Turn your camera off, because I don't want people recognizing who you are. Turn your camera off. Oh, she didn't click herself off. Come back, Missy. Okay. Go ahead, ladies. Anaya, go ahead, sis.
I don't forget what I was going to say. That she done got. But no, and I get that she's hurt. You know, I have no jokes for that. But her situation is not Tuna's situation. Tuna's situation is you're just being a bitch for no reason at all. Like, I listened to Gerard's live tonight. He was so defeated. And so, like, the hoops and hurdles that he got to jump through just to take care of his kids is ridiculous. And then she wants to come on camera and say she's being victimized when she is literally torturing people.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Like, nobody should have to go through what he is going through.
I see what Missy's saying, because what Missy was saying basically was, Gerard, you know, Antonisha is a trigger. So to keep
everything is a damn trigger for Tuna. Everything. Right, but a sandwich is a trigger.
Let me say this, but to keep the peace, keep Antonisha in Texas, right? But then my thing is, why allow her to control the narrative?
Exactly, because here's the thing. With her, it's never going to be peaceful because she doesn't want peace. If he keeps her away, it's going to be something else. He wore the wrong shoes. She don't like his t-shirt. It's always going to be something because she is a miserable person. But think about it. At least he's been with Antonisha steady, one person for a year. This woman literally had somebody she picked up from the shelter with a record.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so hold on, Anaya, don't hang up. Let me see Missy back, y'all, because the people Missy, they was missing you, sis. Okay, so Mama Bear and then Black and hey, Black and Bougie, Mama Bear.
Hey, Black and Bougie girl.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, so I just came in to say something to Missy. Can you hear me?
Okay, Mama Bear, Missy has something to say to you.
Yeah, what you have to say, Mama Bear?
So I'm a paralegal, and I know you said that you can't afford an attorney. If you call your state bar association, they can find you a pro bono attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Call my state who?
So Call your state bar association, the ABA bar association for your state. They will
Okay.
find you a pro bono attorney.
Okay. I wrote everyone online as well.
Okay. And then I did want to say something about Liv before I hop off here. I understand that Antonisha is a trigger, but she didn't care about Gerard's feelings when she had Zolo around her kids, kissing her
Mm-hmm.
kids, taking pregnancy tests every 3-4 months. So at this point, she's getting what she gives.
Mm-hmm. And
Mm.
she ain't nobody mother. She can't tell nobody what to do. Sit down, girl.
Ooh. Okay.
How,
So
how she just gonna tell somebody, oh, you can't be around my kids, but you got a whole hobo sitting up in here.
not a hobo. Okay, but look, like I said, you guys, she cannot control the narrative, right? Now it's obvious you have went on. You haven't even gave Gerard a chance to see if he like or dislike the men. I mean, it's not just Zolo. Hell, she had what was his name? Brandon. Girl, you didn't had a slew of folks, and he just had one. Oh
But
my
this
goodness.
is the sad
That's what
part.
I'm
Okay, this
saying.
is not
Like,
even about having Nisha around. She won't even allow him to talk to the kids on the phone.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're limiting phone calls to 10 minutes, but you've
Yeah.
had, 3 or 4 guys around your children that we know of. How are you this hurt about seeing a new woman when you've had like 4 men? One of them you picked up off the side of you at a bus
That's
stop
what
or a
I'm saying.
shelter. So you're hurt about one new woman, but you've had like 4 men and you're knocked up by top flight security. Like, I don't understand this. Like, how is this hurting you?
Because
Now,
I
don't
think
get me
it's hurting
wrong.
her.
The Missy lady, I do sympathize with her because, for one, I can't stand seeing women hurt. Like, it
Yeah.
took me a second to call because I was like tearing up. Like, it's something about when men hurt women, it really, really hurts me. Like, I hate seeing women, getting left and abandoned. And if you notice, like, men don't feel the way that we feel.
No, they don't.
They
So it's like
do.
they
They
can just
do. They
move
just don't show
on.
it.
Like the way that men move on, like I haven't been with anybody since my divorce, and it's been almost 2 years. Like, I'm not even interested in being with anybody. Don't get me wrong, if my ex-husband is with somebody, I don't give a damn. Like, I didn't even want him here when he was here. So that doesn't matter. But Lord forbid I did though. What if I did? I would have been devastated. So I hate seeing women hurt, but I just don't understand how Olivia is hurt when she has been with so many men.
Because Nisha is an upgrade. Look at the men that Olivia has been with and look at Nisha.
Well, I
Nisha brought
think
something out of Gerard that Tuna could never do.
Absolutely.
I
Can
think
we
Olivia
just
is
for a
hurt.
second pay attention to the way that Gerard looks now
Thank
versus to the
you.
way that he looks then? It's almost like he shed a new skin.
His hair grew
Just
back
the
and
way
everything. Got a new hairline. See?
yeah. Like, Zolo's hairline is completely gone. And Gerard grew his back
But
just
let me
Because
say
by
he
this.
loved her.
leaving
Wait a minute, hold
Tuna.
on. Let me say this. I believe Olivia claims she's hurt. She didn't say this, but I believe because she was basically forced to move on, right? Like Gerard left her. So she obviously don't want to be by herself. So she was forced to move on. But you
But
didn't have to move on. You could have just been by yourself until you healed yourself. And then when it was time for you to move on, then move on. But
but
That's
you
what
again,
I'm
all are
saying.
giving
Like,
her too
level
much
up, get a
credit.
life coach, lose weight, learn how to, because I mean, I hate to keep bringing up my shitty marriage, but this is how I glowed up. I got rid of my husband and I turned into a different person. I turned into the best version of myself. I mean, come
Because you're
on.
sane. You're sane. You all are trying to make Tuna be sane. She's not sane. This is a game
Yeah.
for her. She doesn't look at this as she's hurt because the love of her life walked out. She's hurt because she feels like she lost. She didn't get to one up. It's a different type of scenario. You all are looking at it like, oh my God, I love him. My kids fought. No, she's looking at it like this nigga got this girl and they're living better than me. You see, Nisha got a king size bed. She go buy a king size bed. This is not a normal situation. Tuna
Right.
is on
Nisha got
a
braids and she
kid.
went and put some blonde ropes in her hair. Like, she's
See?
single white female. She's crazy.
Exactly. Because it's a game. Tuna is still operating on like a eighth grade childish mentality. She's not a full grown woman.
Yeah, it's the lack of maturity paired with a mental illness. I mean, this is not gonna.
Yes, definitely
I
mental
meant to
illness.
ask you guys, do you all think that Tuna's doing this so with the hopes that eventually Nisha will be like, you know what, this is too much for me. Until you get your mama under control, I'm not gonna mess with you. Like, get your baby
Probably
mama under
because it'll
control, and
make
then I'll holler at you.
probably because it will make Gerard miserable. She doesn't care. Like she just wants Gerard to be as miserable as she is. Because trust and believe, she sees the glow up that Gerard dresses different. He's a different person.
Thank you. Like the
His
way he
swag is
acts, the way
very
he
different.
dresses. Like I'm not gonna say he
Even
looked like a
Zolo,
bum when he was
even
with
the
Tuna.
hobo.
Yeah, Hobo looks like he's not homeless anymore. I mean,
Thank
everybody
you.
just looks
So she
different when
is
they
having a
leave
problem, and
her.
she's still in these two small little clothes, looking a whole fool.
Right, with Walmart graphic tees and like how are you always wearing makeup with new nails, but you never have on nice clothes? Like, I care about my nails and my manis and petties, but I have to have on nice attire. Like,
Again, you are saying she is not. It's two. You can't compare the
She
two.
said, you are saying.
yeah,
You
something is
can't compare the two. You really can't. Do
yeah,
y'all see
people
how
were saying
she
that
put on all that makeup just to get, because she thought that she was going to see Gerard, and Gerard shut that down.
I mean, but you had on the dingy ass t-shirt. When you get your shit together, and you get all pretty and stuff, you put on nice clothes. You don't put on a dingy Walmart t-shirt with some makeup and be like, hey, baby. Like, Olivia, what are you doing, honey?
Because she thinks that light skin and those eyes do something. She thinks that's all she needs.
Yeah, I think she feels like, well, I look like this or I look like that, so I don't have to put any effort into myself because, I'm just a bad bitch the way I am, even though my
But you
t-shirt
know what?
looks like I've been washing
She
dishes
definitely
with it
needs a
so
personality to
much.
go with that eyeshadow. Now, she
But you know
definitely needs
what though, y'all? But you know what? Do you really think? Because I think that over vibrato, I don't think she really feels as confident as she is. I mean, as
No,
she
she
tries to
doesn't. But
portray.
I had to tell some other subs one day that Olivia has to. It's not that she believes this, but she has to believe this.
Portray it. Yeah, I
Just think
agree.
about it. She does not
I
have
agree.
anything else. She has to feel like, oh, at least I'm mixed. You know what I mean? She has to feel like, well, at least I'm light skinned and my hair is long and my
Yeah.
eyes are green. Because if she really looks at herself, did a real self evaluation, not the fake kind, a real evaluation, she would know, like, damn, I'm huge. I'm way fatter
No,
than what I
she
used to
does.
be,
No, she.
and
I'm
I'm
sorry to cut you
dumb.
off. She knows because that's why she can't have personal relationships with other women. You saw how she could not be around Chrissy and Ming with the Mamiana. She knows.
Yeah, she does, because deep down she knows. Now, don't get me wrong, Jasmine does not look better than Olivia, but Ming and Chrissy
But she
does.
could.
And
But
Olivia
Jasmine
knows
could.
that. She could. She could. Jasmine has potential to look way better than
But
Olivia.
it's the slow thinking and the fast talk.
I
I
was going to
can't.
say fast talking. But
No, she
let me
talk
say this.
fast, but she thinks slow. She talk real fast, but she thinks slow.
But let me say this to you guys. So, to sum all this up, what do y'all think should happen moving forward? The next time Gerard has a
Fist to the
pickup with,
face. Fist to the face. I'm sorry.
we don't promote violence over here, sis.
I'm not promoting it, but it needs to happen.
Then that'll put their daddy in jail. So we don't want that to happen.
Well, I ain't saying Gerard should do it, but somebody should just skull drag her one good. You know how when you was little and you would just keep on trying your parents and you just had to get that one tap that'll get you together when you couldn't get right? That's what she needs.
Well, the consensus of the chat is saying he needs a mediator. And that's the unfortunate part about that is that costs money. So on the
He has a lawyer. His lawyer needs to do something.
No. A mediator once in Florida.
So that's not like an automatic free option.
No.
I mean, because they know that people need this sometimes during divorces. So
you have to
they
pay
can't
for
just
that.
offer that.
You have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. That's a individual person. That's like a self contract. They're not.
But see, his lawyer could have recommended. See, that's what I'm confused about, Gerard. And I say this in Quail's chat. I do not
and no, I'm not a lawyer, but I do have a whole lot of legal issues and experience. I do not know what his lawyer is doing, because the fact that Liv can still come on this channel and do what she's done, the fact that the kidnapping charges, the whole CPS, and the lawyer has not shut any of this down, I have a problem with this lawyer. He really
But
needs
the reason
another
why the
lawyer.
lawyer can't shut it down because there's a such thing as called freedom of speech, right?
Not when you're defaming and you're in a custody battle. No, you cannot do what Liv is doing. Not on camera. You cannot. You have to refrain from talking negative about the other parent. And she comes on here and she bashes.
Yeah,
And she,
that's what gets me. It's the escaping of consequences for me. Like
right.
there is constantly like literally nothing
And
happens
she
to
does
her
this
when
on
she
camera.
does
She
this
threw
shit.
bleach. She threw bleach on something. That's an assault. You can literally, you're supposed to go to jail.
Yeah, but
She does
can
this
only
stuff
go to
on
jail
camera.
if he calls the police. He didn't call the police, so that's why she didn't go to jail. Like I understand what you're saying, but I'm not saying that his attorney, I don't know what the attorney is doing. I think the attorney is probably trying to do the best thing he can to just get up under this situation, right? And because of C-19, the courts are moving really, really, really slow, unfortunately. I wish there was a gag order or something that they could put to
Yeah, like
allow
some
her to
kind of
stop.
cease and desist where Olivia can literally get in trouble for talking about Gerard.
That's what I'm saying.
Like she
and you're
needs
a paralegal.
like the
You know
moment she
about
makes one of her stupid ass
Thank
videos, it need to be the police knocking at her damn door. Like, come on, put your
you.
hands behind your back. We told you to stop talking about your ex-husband, and you wouldn't do
Thank
it. Your
you.
ass is going to jail. It's like
And
the
you're a
fact,
paralegal
she
and know
keeps
this.
being allowed to do this. That's the problem.
Yes. And not when you're paying a whole full attorney and she's allowed to do this. You're a paralegal. I'm nothing. And I know that you can get a cease and desist.
Right.
Because I've been through a custody battle. So that's what I'm saying. I don't understand none of this.
I don't think Gerard is pushing the envelope on the situation.
Yeah, that's what I think.
He doesn't take Olivia seriously because, he does a lot of joking.
I don't know why he's not taking after
you know what? I think because Gerard is kind of like an easygoing person, and since
when you filed
Gerard has been with her for so many years, I think he just looks at her like she's a joke,
No,
but come on,
no
Gerard.
joke.
She's telling the whole world that you beat her up, knowing that you didn't. That's not a joke, Gerard.
Listen, when she filed those daggone false kidnapping charges and they drew guns on him with them kids in the car, you know that this bitch is not wrapped too tight.
Right.
At that point, all gloves are off.
Yeah, because I was listening to Kels, and I think that's what pissed me off more than anything because, a black man can't even pull a cell phone out of his pocket in front of the police without getting rid of with bullets.
And look how
so
black
the fact
Gerard
that you
is.
would do this, so you're willing to let Gerard lose his life in front of your children just to spite him? You need to be in a fucking straitjacket.
Yeah, exactly.
But she has
that
much hatred for him. Like her hatred is blinding her from seeing the reality of the situation.
It's clouding her judgment. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even if she didn't hate Gerard, she'd still be a fucking nutcase. I mean, because she's just crazy. But the thing is, her hatred is making her judgment. It's clouding all common sense. Like anything that is right or righteous or
rational.
Anything. Or rational or practical or even logical for that point. It totally eludes her because her hatred for Gerard, it takes precedence over everything. It's so gross.
Let me draw attention to the chat real quick. Love Christina says, I think Nisha beginning to see how dangerous she is, and soon Gerard gonna think the same way. And I think that's true because today was the first time I actually heard Nisha do anything other than laugh. She was
thank you. And Tasha, remember when Gerard was talking about Tuna? And what did Nisha say? Come on, Gerard, you're doing too much now. You're taking that a little bit too far. Don't talk about that girl like that. So this woman, first of all, this woman, quote unquote, stole Joe man. Nisha's a home wrecker, remember? But she even told, she's so much not threatened by you. And she's such a woman that she even told her own man, baby, don't talk about her like that. And bitch, this is the thanks you give her in return. You keep trying to get her nigga killed. How dare you?
Remember with Jerrod. Jerrod was like, there is so much that I can say, but I'm not even going to do that. That's my kid's mother.
Yeah.
Do you know I would have aired her whole pink ass out on this here internet? You literally almost got me killed. Because keep in mind, Gerard is I have dark skinned sons. Like
Me
they
too.
are nothing to play. You know, like seriously. And Gerard is a tall, big black dude.
Right.
You know,
remember when
killed.
Mike Brown, Mike Brown was a teenager, and what did Darren Wilson say? Oh, he looked so big and strong.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? So imagine a grown man, how they gonna treat a big, tall, black grown man. Olivia, you're doing this on purpose.
Look, in Texas, hold on, in Texas, kidnapping children. If that right there didn't get her ass whooped, I don't understand what else could.
Well, I think
because at that point we would have nothing. You could not say anything.
I think Nisha is probably at the point now that she's tired of the shenanigans, and I think this situation with Olivia clowning and showing out at the police station, I think Olivia
calling CPS. She sent CPS to her house. What kind of fuck shit is that?
She was trying to talk to herself.
Yeah,
and I believe it didn't work like Olivia wanted to, and Nisha is at the point now she's tired. Right, she's
and Olivia feels like, now I need to up the ante. Just think about it.
Exactly.
If Nisha's job, first of all, I hope that they find these abuse charges. Hopefully they'll be unfounded and they'll just close the case. But Lord forbid they don't. So now, Olivia, you're willing to ruin Nisha's life and get her. Imagine if her job is like, oh yeah, ma'am, we found out that you have been charged with child abuse. You're beating on your stepkid.
The allegations.
We're gonna have to let you go.
The allegations more than likely will be found to be erroneous, and they won't.
But here's the problem with that.
I hope
it's
so.
found to be erroneous or not, the fact that you taking me through this.
But okay, so
I can't get that time back.
Right, Anaya, but listen. Unfortunately for Antonisha, this is kind of what she signed up for.
I agree.
So she's gonna have to take the good with the bad with this situation. That's the unfortunate part. So like I said earlier, I hope Gerard really shows up and shows out for Antonisha, because she definitely deserves goodness from him for going through all that she's going through. Right now, as far as Olivia, sis, that's over with. At all that y'all been through, I wish I would look on this internet a year from now and seeing you and Gerard smiled up in the camera. I wish I would.
But you know what? I don't think he like at this point. I really don't think. But whether he stayed with Nisha or not, even though he looks happy with her, I really can't see him going back to Olivia. Like, she has done too much, and it has nothing to do with the fact that she's gained 900 pounds. I think he sees her like he doesn't like her as a person. Yes, you're my kid's mother, but I don't like you as a person. You are a lunatic. He has outgrown her.
And also with black men, the black men that I know, calling the police is the last straw.
Hello.
The thing is there black, okay, most men don't tolerate cheating. Men are not like us. Sometimes we accept people for cheating like dummies, and some men will take you back for, cheating or doing minuscule stuff. But once you call the police, you never stand a chance with them ever. It's like an unspoken code of the streets or something. You just don't do it.
And no, here's the thing. They don't even if they doing something wrong to you, they don't want you to call the police. But let alone if you not doing nothing to them.
Just think about all the women who get smacked and they say, oh, I don't want to call the police, because she knows that once she calls the police, there's the chances for them getting back together are done.
But let me say this. Let me intervene really quick. This is a disclaimer for anybody that comes across this live or currently watching. I know even Olivia herself, her thought is, oh, they hate me. They're bashing me.
Yes, we hate you, bitch. Excuse me.
Hold on, sis. Hold on. Anaya, please don't do that for me. Okay. Because we try to give our thoughts and opinions, but we want to stay respectful. I know a lot of people don't like Olivia, and I get it, right? But I need to keep my platform respectful,
Yes, ma'am.
So my thing is this is our conversation based off the things that we are viewing, okay? Because a lot of us has been there, done that, right? And I think a lot of us are looking at the situation as we are women,
looking at this situation for Olivia like, sis, you're doing this all wrong. Like, you're going about this the whole wrong way. You know, I personally feel bad for Gerard that he has to deal with this situation with her. Unfortunately for Gerard's situation, looking back, maybe he should have never went to Florida and tried to reconcile with her, because ultimately, not even a year later, he ended up right back where he started. You know, but he tried to reconcile and make it work. He married her and hoping that it would work. But whatever happened to make it not work, he ended up back in Texas, and he ended up with another woman, right? Obviously for Olivia, she don't like that. But again, like I said, you can't control the narrative, sis. That's life. That's what we're dealing with right now. And you got to figure out a way to move on. And based off her antics, I don't think it's just for entertainment purposes only. I really feel like this girl is not trying to move on.
No, it's mental. It ain't that she's not trying to move on. I really believe it is a mental disorder. And she can't control it. Like, it's something she hasn't matured. Like, she's emotionally immature. And she doesn't know how to control her emotions or her rage. She was never taught consequences as a kid, and she's acting out in her adult life.
And that's true. I think she was never taught consequences as a child. I mean, look, she was able to drop out of school in what, the 8th, 9th grade?
Exactly.
There was no consequences. My kids couldn't come to me talking about they want to quit school. Like, they could come tell me that, but yeah, it wasn't getting ready to happen. Oh, you gonna graduate high school. Now, what
and
you
not
do
only
after
that
is your business.
And you're not about to be saying it's because of bullying. You better go up there and whoop some ass. And guess what? Call, and then not only that, call their mama. We gonna beat these hoes up together because you going to school.
Because you know, I'm from the old school. If you came home and said you got beat up, you getting your ass whooped, and you got to go back to school.
You better be more scared of me.
Thank you.
Please, my children know. And my 9-year-old, he don't even like to fight. He'll tell me in a minute, like, my mom said I have to hit people back. Yeah, you better.
Yeah, you not.
I don't play that.
Kids, you don't start the fight, but you better finish it. You never start it, but you better finish. Because if somebody hits you, you hit them back. Now,
yeah, I think that
TMR, I do want to apologize on your platform, but my feelings towards Tuna is this: what you are displaying, you're gaslighting, and you're vindictive, and you are just an overall nutcase. You are very unlikable because of what you do. And then you involve your innocent children in it. So no, I don't like you.
And
I don't like what you display.
I understand that. And I understand, and a lot of people really get emotional because this is real life. Although she's saying for entertainment purposes, but sis, this really is real life. Like this is a real life situation going on.
Exactly. You're talking about domestic violence, like you're playing with things that you know nothing about.
This is the second time that you've, well, not the second time, but the second time that you have said egregious things about him and got the law involved. How come you didn't get the law involved that one day when y'all left the show and Gerard was saying he was going to do something to you because you was in the show talking to Maurice? How come you didn't call the police then? Or why are you just now calling the calling JFS?
She did one better. She called YouTube.
Right,
because Lord knows, I want the judge to see this.
Is that you want to garner the support of the woman. As a woman, I mean, this cannot happen. I'm not going to let you do this anymore. As a woman, as a mother, oh, I just want to slap her to sleep.
Olivia is not a woman. When I look at her, I don't even see a woman. Like, I don't know women like her. So to me, she's not a woman. She's just like this big tub of lard of nothingness. She just looks nasty. Like, I don't dislike her though. I feel nothing for, like, I feel very indifferent towards her. Yeah, and it's crazy because a part of me was thinking, like, damn, what if Gerard really did put his hands on her? And if he did, how come I don't feel sorry for her? Like,
because she's such an unlikable person. But then here's the problem. When she comes on this platform and you want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but then when you hear his side of the story, how she's chasing him around the police station, how she's calling him out his name in front of the police. And I mean, but then she comes and he hit me in the top of my head. And then you can't even keep the lie straight. You're telling 17 different stories.
And then she's doing it in front of the children. Like, she's literally teaching them to lie.
Did you see?
They're sitting in front of her and they know that their dad did not hit you. And she probably was like,
Exactly.
look, guys, I'm about to get on the live.
There's another person on the chat. Shoni.
Oh, I am here. I am here.
Go ahead, sis.
Oh my God. Ladies, listen. I have been watching Liv. And every time I say, okay, I'm not going to watch this chick anymore because my pressure is running up so high.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 sons. And let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very protective. And I'm one of those mothers, red flag. And so I literally have to show them her life. Like, this is what you want to avoid. This girl is going out of her way to destroy Gerard. And if he do not get on his P's and Q's and go ahead, get that girl for defamation of character, he needs to take her to court. He needs to take her to court and get her that way. But then, too, we have to understand 1 or 2 things. This girl is battling so many different demonic spirits. And I'm not going to get all religious and all. I'm not. But this girl has jealousy issues. She's very self-conscious. All that, I'm a baddie. I'm a bad this. She's trying to convince herself that she's cute. She's really not that cute.
I
if
agree.
you ask me.
I agree.
You know, she knows how to apply her makeup, but she's
Lord,
not
thank
that
God.
But it's only for in the house. She don't wear it outside.
In the house. And see, people have to understand all of that she is saying online. And if you notice, every time she get online, the first thing she say is what? I look a mess. I look a hot mess.
She does.
She is her own worst critic. She is.
But you do you looked a hot mess when you went to go get those weak ass nails done. You looked a hot mess when you went to go get them nasty ass talons cut. I mean, you knew that you looked a mess when you did these things, and you still did it.
Listen, she is doing everything to make herself feel pretty. The tattoos, the lip injections, the hair. She go for the hair oil and she's flipping hair. That to me is a sign.
Oh yeah, that fish grease that she's been selling.
Yeah, the fish grease, the Wesson. Yes.
But you know what I don't get? Because most women, I know me. If my kids don't look good, I don't care what I look like. If my kids gonna be looking, I'm gonna make sure my kids are 100% on point.
There are days when I can't even. When I don't even have time to get myself together because I'm too worried about my boys. Like, no, you need to put that on. You need to put some lotion on your face. Okay, now it's time to go. Now I can't even get cute. So what? At least they look good. I don't care about that. She doesn't care about that kind of stuff. She just thinks like long as she puts on lip gloss with her fish lips. It's so weird.
But when she came on live and cut that baby's hair, like what woman, what mother cut their daughter's hair? Like
it was a manic episode.
Oh my God.
That was a manic episode. She did that so that one, Gerard will be pissed, and then his sisters will be like, oh, you see what she did to my niece? You know, she did that so that they will call and confront her so she can be like, leave me alone. I'm the mother, they're my kids. Like,
but that
she
likes some kind of emotional trauma for that kid, because here's the thing, she tried to lie and say, oh, I want her to just know hair doesn't mean anything. When you're always hair flipping, every 5 seconds you're flipping your hair.
How doesn't hair mean anything?
Her hair looks stressed out, if you ask me. I mean,
it's very stressed.
Back in the day.
Man, that shit is fried, dyed, and laid to the side. That shit look like a tumbleweed. The thing is, you how doesn't hair mean anything when you sit in the mirror, do your hair, and cuss people out while you're doing your hair, and then you don't even go anywhere.
That's the thing.
That looks so dumb.
And you guys have to understand too. Liv, like I said, she's colorist. She's a colorist.
Yeah.
Okay, for her to lose her man to a black woman, she envy black women. And I don't care what she says, what anyone says, she envy black women. I don't know if she was bullied by black women. I don't know what, but I feel sorry for the kids because you have 3.
But that's why I think God gave her them 3 chocolate babies. That's why I think God gave her 3 chocolate babies.
I'm telling you, and she's trying her. I'm telling you, she's trying her darndest to get that light skinned baby. That's
I believe that. I definitely believe that.
That's what she's trying to do, and I hope that. Hopefully, she's not pregnant because I feel sorry for the other babies if she is. But that girl,
that child ain't pregnant. That baby gonna be real light because it's invisible.
So let me do a commercial break.
Right.
Make sure you like this live. Also, please make sure you follow me on @MELVIROSE_beauty for all your skincare needs. Go ahead, sis.
This is my thing. Okay, I understand people get engaged and they want to keep it private, whatever. You don't want to reveal it to the world. But like somebody said, at least hold hands, in that fat ass expedition that you just bought. Hold hands. Show people that, this guy is not a ghost. You didn't
She
even
didn't
do
finish
that.
making the
You
payments
went
of
to
Amazon.
Claire's. Yeah, you went to Claire's and got this ring that's cutting off your circulation. You look
Yes.
dumb. Like this is so embarrassing. And then
And
somebody
that's
did
why
a close up of her belly.
Mm,
Olivia's belly just looks like a keg.
it does.
It's not rounded. That's a fat girl stomach. I know what a fat girl. Hell, I'm not as skinny as I used to be. Shit, I know. What a gut look like and what a pregnant baby belly looks like.
But she's too young to have all that weight. She's only 31. Like I'm 52. So shit. If I want to have a belly, I can.
I want to know. Y'all remember back when she was in Texas the second time and she said the CPS was called about I wonder if that was an erroneous call as well too, or was that real?
Wait, you said
when she was talking about Robin, when she was saying that Robin called them because she said that Gerard was drinking in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Why would Robin call a CPS? How would Robin know to do that?
No, she said this is.
She told.
Yeah, she told the teacher like my dad. And first of all, Robin would have got popped because at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. Black people, we have this culture of, what goes on in our house stays in our house. And true enough, that is true to an extent. But if someone is harming you, that's something that we should teach our children to tell us. You stuff like that you don't keep to yourself. But why would Robin go to school and be like, my dad was drinking the beer when he picked us up?
But like as Robin, a mandate reporter, why would you make a CPS call saying that was Liv's foolishness? Because that didn't even make sense.
She said the teacher called CPS and then CPS called her.
No, Liv did that stupid because that wouldn't even make sense because you're allowed to drink beer. Because for all
not in the car.
You could be sitting in the car and drinking beer as long as you don't move the car.
No, you can't even have an open container in the car. Yeah, no, that's not true.
Yeah, I don't know about that, y'all.
My thing is
if you get pulled over and you got an open container.
No. What I'm saying is,
you're in trouble.
No, I agree with that. But I'm saying, like, what if you're at a park, your car is parked?
I don't know, sis, because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't drink either, so I don't know. But
I don't know.
That just sounds far-fetched. Like, CPS is not going to, I don't think, get involved with drinking of a beer. You're going to get involved for touching the child, beating the child, but because you drank a beer, that just doesn't even make sense.
This is the thing. CPS can be very petty. One thing I noticed about CPS is they can be petty or they can be neglectful. It's almost no in between. Either they bother families for the most minuscule shit or they don't get involved when they really do need to. So my thing is that's just like a child can say, my mom be having this white powder on the table. Not even knowing what it is or nothing. And and the teacher will be like, oh, wow, I'm going to call because what if that's, but what if your mom just has powder because she wears baby powder,
Said the case got dismissed. So,
but you know what, y'all? What I always thought was strange.
CPS ain't doing nothing. CPS went every case they can close, okay?
But wait. CPS went to Ming's house, Chrissy's house, and Jazz's house. But Tuna was actually the one doing the coke. They never went to her house. I never understood that.
No, she said CPS. No, when she was in that apartment right before her and Gerard got married, she said CPS did come and she had to do a drug test.
But how is she passing these drug tests? Because you know that girl is on something.
Because cocaine gets out of your system in 3 days.
Oh.
It's not like weed. Weed stays in your system for 30 days. And don't be overweight because it's going to stick to your fat cells and be in there even longer than that. But my thing is, Gerard should have ordered a psych eval along with the drug test.
Yes.
That's what he should have done.
His lawyer must be some trash. I don't understand this lawyer. It must just be you want me to just keep paying you because you're not doing anything to help him.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, it's unfortunate that we even talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Right.
it's
it's
true.
mad because people discuss it, but you bring it to the internet. Like, why did you have to come to the internet to tell us allegedly Gerard popped you upside the head, sis?
In the police station, and you didn't file a report, but you called the paramedics.
She said it was outside, and the police saw it, but they said they got to see the footage first. I said, what?
What do you mean? The cameras are sitting right there. The cameras are no.
Come on.
Is the thing.
Look
Black
how
men cannot
big Gerard
jaywalk
is.
in front of police. They just don't let you do it. A black man can't even look like he's on the corner doing anything that remotely even resembles breaking the law.
So, at the police station, why the police didn't intervene then? Like,
because she lied.
Yeah, there's no way. A black man cannot beat up somebody. I don't give a damn if it's in Walmart parking lot and drive off. He's not getting away, let alone getting on a plane going back to Texas. That's not going to happen.
Well, for Gerard,
and then wait, she didn't file the report. She's going tomorrow. Now you're right there at the police station.
Why you didn't file it, girl? Why you didn't call your baby daddy?
Oh, because he don't work for that district. He doesn't work for that district.
But he could have called in a favor.
First of all, police
are
if you're
invisible. How you gonna call?
But that's what I'm saying. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that he does exist. You know, Jerome in the motherfucking house. This is the thing. Police are in a brotherhood. And all police take up for each other. There is no way in heaven or hell that a police can call his fellow brethren, even if it's from another county, and say, look, the mother of my child is getting assaulted over there at the precinct. Go out there and light him up. At the very least, go arrest him. Go do it now.
Or beat him.
There's no way. Beat him, tase him, do something. But the mother of my child, my fiance, the one that I gave a Claire's ring yesterday, she's over there getting beat up.
So, but
wait a minute. In the police station, though. In the police station.
Here's one even better. You call your baby daddy, who's a police officer, and you
Special
tell
agent.
him that you got into it with your husband, your baby daddy. And the only thing he says to you is, that's not my district. You didn't tell us how he consoled you or how he said, baby, we're going to get you out. None of that conversation happened.
Oh, no. Remember she said, because he told me because of my blood pressure to call the paramedics. So they called the paramedics at the police station and the paramedics came. But she didn't go to the hospital, even though she was 5 months pregnant.
You didn't have time to file a police report?
Right, with the paramedics there.
Because the paramedics you don't have time to file a police report and you're in the damn police station. They would have said, like, ma'am, come inside so we can file a report.
But wait, she did have time to go in and file a report against the 2 officers that were standing there that didn't do anything. She had time to do that.
That will never happen. First of all, again, a black man cannot even dig in his nose in front of police without them saying, oh, he's got some crack in his nose. Let's get it. Come on, let's get him.
Did y'all hear Gerard said that they had guns drawn because they thought he kidnapped his own kids? So you mean to tell me he gonna beat you in the police station and they ain't gonna do nothing to him?
And they're sitting right there. It just doesn't happen.
Y'all, wait a minute. They said they gotta look at the footage.
They're already looking at it. Jesus Christ.
But you know what I don't get? Because see, there was a time where, like, okay, remember how women sometimes they would fake and say, oh, my baby daddy beat me up. Then they started locking both people up.
Remember, that didn't happen. And they just started doing that because that's the thing. I used to watch CLAPS and what is it, that other police show where they go, to different cities and stuff. And like, okay, say for instance, if the woman says, like, he put his hands on me, and then the man comes out and be like, but you slapped me too. They'd be like, okay, both of you guys are going to jail. Right. Because it's like, you can't even defend yourself. It's like, they're so tired of domestic violence charges. You literally have to say, he beat me up. I did not even defend myself. I didn't do anything for you to not go to jail. Like, and then you cannot convince me. When we was younger, I mean, I don't know if everybody used to do this, but how you would go up to a girl's car and just start beating her up while she's in the car. I mean, I've done that a couple times or whatever. But I cannot see Gerard just like walking up to that big ass expedition and just start beating Olivia up. I don't see him doing that.
Not at this juncture. Now, before, maybe. But, the fact that he could maintain so much restraint when she first dropped him. Because remember, she said she chased him around the parking lot then. Why can't we just talk? What kind of car do you have? What kind of car do you have? And he stayed on the phone. But now, he's not going to exercise no restraint. He needs to put the kids in your car. Why? They're big enough to get in the car and strap their own self in. You're big enough to get out the car and put them in. So I don't know why you had him do it.
This is what I like about the situation. Gerard stayed calm, cool, and collected the whole time.
Because he had to. He knows that anytime he
was in the car on the live stream, he stayed calm, cool, collected. He told the story. He giggled, he laughed, he joked, and he went on about his business. He dropped that rental car off. He took his woman by her hand, and they jumped on the airplane, and they probably back right now.
And Olivia went somewhere and shoved Chick-fil-A down her throat and said it was disgusting, and she's been
but you ate the whole thing.
And what's so weird? Okay, remember when he picked them up? What was that, Friday? Gerard was running from her.
Wait a minute, but hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Samantha says, TMR, can we set up a GoFundMe for Gerard so you can send it to him to get him a good lawyer to get them kids? Sis, I'm going to tell you like this. Gerard got plenty of Skrilla over there, okay? Gerard don't need a GoFundMe. If he can afford to buy this attorney, he can go get him another one. At the end of the day, Gerard's going to be okay.
I think he is too.
Olivia's gonna be okay. Eventually.
But that lawyer got to be some trash.
When that's gonna be, I don't know. And those kids, hopefully, eventually, they'll be okay too. I'm just hoping that the kids don't be mentally scarred or emotionally scarred behind.
But see, they are. They are, because she makes them. Do you see how? First of all, this is why I don't get why the lawyer didn't say anything. She makes them feel guilty for wanting to spend time with their dad.
Okay, but wait a minute, sis. Listen, the lawyer can't intervene in that. He can't say, Olivia, stop antagonizing the kids.
Right.
Yes, he can file a motion to do that. Yes, he can.
Sis. No, that's not going to happen. If she's breaking the law, it's the only time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's really no law against poisoning your children against their father. I mean, technically, it is. Technically, that is emotional abuse.
Yeah, but, it is a law. I'm serious. It is. It's really, you can't do that. I told y'all I was involved in a custody battle. Like, you really can't do that.
Right, but it has to be proven that she's actually doing that.
But she's on live. That's what I'm saying. She's literally recording herself doing it.
Says it's not happening. It's not happening. Unfortunately, Gerard is dealing with a messy situation, and as long as he can just keep with what he needs to do, keep his calm, keep his composure, keep like he did this weekend, kept his hands to himself, although he probably did ball up his fist. He keep his hands to himself. Gerard eventually will be okay with the situation. And all I can say is, as time goes on, hopefully this situation will cease. And they could possibly coexist and co-parent together. That's the only thing that we could possibly hope for. Is that going to happen? We will not know. But we definitely know Olivia will be filming along the way. But what I like about Gerard is he always comes to set the story straight. So that's what he did. Yeah. He came to set the story straight. Okay, y'all, we at the 2-hour mark. And TMR definitely got to get up out of here. But I had a hoot with y'all. I forgot about Missy. Hold on. Before we go, we got to make sure Missy.
Missy.
Oh, Lord. Missy gone, y'all. Missy, if you are in the sounds of our voices, trust and believe, we are praying for you and what you're going through with your current situation. If you guys remember, Missy has a similar situation going on where she basically had to relocate from Georgia to North Carolina, and she's currently fighting, her situation with her spouse. So you guys, please put some prayer hands in the chat for Missy. If you catch us in the replay, do understand that we are praying for you, sis, and it's going to get better. It may appear right now that it's not getting better, but trust me, sis, as time go on, you'll look back at this situation and you'll hopefully laugh about it, okay? And I can say that from experience, because years later, I look back at it and I said, "Ooh, thank God that I was delivered from that situation."
Absolutely.
All right, ladies, I thank y'all so much for coming on.
Thank you, TMR.
You're welcome.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
you guys. Make sure y'all, my store will be open tomorrow. Make sure y'all come over and support MELVIROSE Beauty for all your
Yes,
natural
ma'am.
hair needs. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thank you again for the 2 Live crew, everybody that joined the live tonight. We had a really good conversation, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.
Enjoy your night, ladies.
So, what you love. Bye, y'all.